Okay. Before anything else, let's do the awarding of points. It's been a while. Let's give everybody 10 points on their points cards.
Woo.
And of course, we're going to start at the top of the order. Galleon, you going to spend any points this week?
I'll spend 5, yeah, sure.
You'll spend 5.
Yeah.
I should have said Solfege, but you knew what I meant. I'm just reading a thing on his screen. Glitter Charm. Dino.
No, thank you. Oh, sorry, I'm Gino.
Smack him in the head. It's me. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, Poppy.
No, not this time.
Okay, Gino, you said no. Alejandro. Banking as well. Wunderbar. Alright, who wants to take recap? No. Well, Solfege, I know you watched it, so what?
I watched it like almost a week ago.
Well, why don't you tell me what you can remember?
Probably not as much as the people that actually played it.
You'd be surprised.
But I remember, well, it was mostly combat. We got to our location. We were looking for that wagon full of ingots that the dwarf sent us on, our little side quest here. After, galloping up on our party member in wolf form, came across a wagon surrounded by goblins, and then further back another goblin sled with some polar bears and and whatnot there. Party decided to try the subtle approach at first and sneak up on the goblins and get a jump on them. Trap was sprung pretty well. We were tooling up on those goblins pretty good until the Yeti decided to show up mid-combat and crap on everybody's day. Things went kind of touch and go last session. A couple people got close to death. We had some loose polar bears running around, beating people up and eating some goblins, and my character running away in terror because the polar bears got a taste for goblin flesh. Yeah, all in all, a fun session. The party at the end had the bright idea to turn a spell scroll into a new group song for the party, the Fine Steed. So we now have a nice new Fine Steed song, which I thought was a really cool idea and awesome use of that kind of unique mechanic to this particular campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's about as much as my memory is bringing back right now.
Does anybody want to fill in any missing bits? Poppy,
We mentioned
you're
the
muted.
baby yetis.
No, something's messed up with my headset. I'm really sorry.
Oh, we can
I
hear.
don't know why it's...
No worries, I can hear you now.
So, one thing I don't know, now I forgot if you mentioned it, but we found yeti babies on the sled. So we kind of figured out why this yeti was coming for us in the first place, or like for the goblins, not for us. He kind of just showed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, there was a bit discussion about what to do with them, because they're gonna be really mean, angry, large monsters one day. And I think for now we decided to kind of leave that to Cress, to like just get her expertise on it and just, not tarnish our own souls with the decision if we want to murder some babies or not. I think we also were in the process of eating some goblin meat. Somebody who shall not be named was in the process of eating some goblin meat. Not your goblin meat, other goblin meat.
It's
Um,
goblins eat goblin meat sometimes. It's a thing.
And then the goblin
I don't
escaped.
take too much offense to
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the one
Isabai.
big thing. Isabai, the lead goblin, being chased away by polar bears, did manage to escape, and his whereabouts currently are unknown. We pick up right where we left off. You have summoned this majestic, like spectral elk, like snow elk, as your group steed, named Gruin.
Pretty.
And at this point, it's really kind of like down to a decision of like, are you just loading up the ingots or like hitching the ingots onto the sled and just having Gruin drag you all back? Are you taking? I believe the idea here is that you're taking the Yetis with you, to have Cress look at them. So you're bringing them like back to the city.
That's gonna go over super well.
If they're not allowed in, we'll just eat them real quick.
I mean, they are in cages, so it's not like they're just sitting in the back and we hope for them to behave, right? And they're sleeping, like they seem to be really knocked out, probably with magic or medicine, quotation marks. So...
They appear to be exhausted and sick.
that. Sorry, I didn't recall 100%.
No,
Yeah,
you're right as well. It seems like whether it's like it's by some kind of a strange like poison or medicine or something like that, like they're not waking up when being stirred. For those of you with the sleep spell, that would tell you right away that it's not arcane in nature, or at least like on a base level it's not arcane in nature.
Okay.
Because like nudging them or kind of like physically shaking them to try and wake them up would break them out of a sleep spell.
Alright, something more intense than that. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. I believe... Hold on, I don't know if I actually have it as a vehicle on here.
Because even baby yetis are probably bigger than most of the party members.
I do. So I'm going to put this... Do we have a thing for vehicles yet? We're going to give you a separate folder in the player folder. And you guys now have a goblin wagon. We'll call it, steeds, vehicles, and pets. We'll put Gruin in there too. Importance of the goblin wagon here being because you can now use it for storage. You guys basically have like a second caravan or second wagon to work with alongside Cress's caravan, which will make travel easier as well, especially if you need to like move extra goods.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a wagon they made, or is this a wagon they stole?
Give me an investigation check. Yeah. So it does appear like Dino is correct there. It is kind of a little bit of both. It does look like the framework for the base looks like just like a base wagon probably stolen from one of the villages, but it just looks like they took like pieces of like a small building and attached it to the top of it to make it like a caravan wagon. It's got 2 floors. You can see the ladder on the back to be able to get to it. There's like kind of like where you guys saw like the little bit of like storage where you got the treasure on the wagon, as well as where you found the cages with the yetis, was in that bottom portion. And in the top portion, it's almost like a grand seat, like a king seat, not quite a throne, but there's like a big like plush seat with like leathers and stuff like that, and then a couple smaller seats in the front, maybe for like the other passengers, like the other goblins and stuff like that. There's that little ledge over top so that they can like kind of climb up and be like out in the open if they need like ranged fire and stuff like that, but still enough cover that if they sat inside they wouldn't be hit by arrow fire without a little bit of like work in it.
Can our new elk even pull this thing? It sounds very large.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm going to say, given the potency of your performance and the use of the spell, that this isn't going to just be your average fine steed. This is going to be one that will probably be a bit stronger in this case. Call it like one elk with the power of 2 elks.
Well, there's 2 wagons, right? There's the goblin sled and then the wagon with all the stuff from the blacksmith.
With the ingots. It probably won't. It'll be able to move at a normal pace. You probably won't be able to haul all of it at a like faster pace, but like you won't. With the elk, it'll take a few hours at most to be able to get back to Bryn Shander. What is everybody's position? Like, is everybody sitting in this wagon? Is somebody going to sit with the ingots? Does, are people going to be on watch, or is everybody just going to kind of, like, stay away from the cold as they're pulled? Who's doing what?
I'd watch the ingot cart. When you get paid, so we can get food.
I'd be with him.
Okay, the bugs are on the ingot cart.
I guess the goblin will be on the goblin.
Yeah, are you, like, up top, or are you inside?
You know what? Up top might be best, just to try and keep an eye on our surroundings as we're going through the wilderness. That way, if anything comes up on us,
Yeah.
ideally some advance warning.
Okay, what about Poppy and Alejandro?
I think I would feel a bit bad, and since I'm good with the cold, I would walk with the elk and chatter him up.
Yeah.
Talk to him like an old woman talks to a cat.
Yeah. Well, like, would you like be riding the elk? Because it's still going to be moving at like a proper like pulling pace.
Well. It has like a thing, right? Like where somebody who's steering the cart would sit. So like a bench on the front or something.
Yeah.
I assume. So
Yeah.
I would sit there, I guess. Some company for the elk.
Yeah, sit a little bit closer so that you and the elk can talk. Yeah, you have some nice, good, just like lighthearted discussion. He's like, I don't know much. I was born today, but life is beautiful.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll figure this all out.
Yeah, but I'm digging it. This is really cool. You are all fantastic.
Oh, it speaks.
Oh, you charmer.
Yeah, it's a fey creature. Like, it's fully you summon like this majestic like winter spirit to just pull your shit.
You're not cold, right? If you need a blanket, you let me know. I'll do one for you. I have some wool back at Crest's caravan. I can make you a blanket. It's no problem. I like knitting.
I don't really get cold, but I'll still take a blanket. That sounds nice. That sounds very nice.
Okay, so I'll put out a little book and like scribble down some knitting patterns that I want to use.
Alejandro, where are you positioned on the wagon?
Probably on top of the tall wagon.
On the
Lookout.
very, very top as a lookout? Okay. I'll get everybody then. Nobody is inside. I'll get everybody to roll a perception check for me, please.
Since I have Marvin, my shadow, sitting next to me, I will give myself guidance.
Oh, it's gonna be Alejandro.
So perceptive, this cat.
I think I'm just waiting for Solfege.
Oh, sorry, brain fart here. Perception check. Sorry. Perception. Sorry. No, that's persuasion, not perception.
Solfege and Alejandro, both having that elevation at the top of this wagon, you clearly see in the distance, like you have to almost squint to see it, but you make out a little shadow, and then you make out two bigger shadows that you can clearly recognize as polar bears, still running and chasing Isabai into the night. That's it.
Run hard, bears. You got this.
I will yell up to Solfege. So, in your professional opinion, on the off chance that he survives that, do goblins hold grudges?
Yes, absolutely.
Gosh darn it.
It's pretty fast. You don't realize how, like, when Bryn Shander comes into view, clearly, it doesn't feel like much time has passed, even though it's been a few hours. Everybody is a little bit weary. You can go ahead and take, like, a short rest. And as you pull into Bryn Shander, do you, like, dispel Gruen when you get to the stables, or do you just let him kind of free roam?
Damn.
I would say let him free roam outside of town, or let him kind of go do his own thing. Are we treating him as a semi-intelligent manifestation?
We can all talk to him telepathically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so just tell him if something goes down, it's us.
Yeah, maybe if because there's like wolves outside and stuff, right? Maybe just if he sees anything to like run for the city gates.
So, just one funny thing that I wanted to mention during that short rest. My con is so bad, I actually didn't get any hit points back on one of my hit dice rolls because of my awful con.
That's
why didn't my health move? Oh,
that's...
I rolled 0. That's fine.
That's bonkers.
I will have been playing the electric guitar throughout our journey home, or at least for an hour, or probably longer, just kind of to pass the time.
Excellent.
Along the road,
Oh, yeah.
I'd go up to Solfege now to... sorry, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was... The party is Bards. Somebody was doing Song of Rest.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
I-
sure.
during
I
that.
almost always do with the, when I have to play
So
the
4
guitar,
more.
guitar
There
at
we go.
least an hour to recharge it fully every day if I use all the charges. So I would almost invariably be using the
Yeah.
Song of Rest.
It's like, oh yeah, extra d6 hit points. Okay.
I would show Soulfedge this, the thing we found. Just gonna use it to show.
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
We
Oh, those
we
are neat.
found this. Would you want to take it?
I mean, if nobody else wants it, then I
I
would
don't know.
happily take that. Yes.
Yeah. Because we all grabbed something from the chest. A little something. Wasn't too much, right? I can't even remember what it was. It was this. I have a potion of animal friendship. A couple of other things, but yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, If you'll just grab it and pass it to him,
Yeah, I was just gonna
is she?
do
Oh, yeah.
that. Give me just a second here. Do. There we go. Done.
Sweet.
Yeah, you guys found all kinds of goodies.
Yeah, I was just gonna take it from the chest, but I guess I can.
It's on your character sheet.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking for the chest before. It's like, all right, cool. Yay!
Yeah, you guys can also like transfer items through the caravan or the wagon, since
Okay.
you have control of it. Oh yeah, you should have access to a caravan chest as well. You also have items in. You get back to the caravan at the stables. A couple of the axe beaks are kind of milling about. Poppy, the one that you became friends with in your drunken stint, waddles up to you, kind of like leans over, kind of like rests its head on your shoulder, and goes, "Ah."
Yeah, I like you much better like this instead of, when you sat on me. That was uncomfortable, I have to say. When I kind of pat its beak.
It like lifts its head and does like a little like weird like noise with like its throat, and then just goes "Ah," and like just runs away real quick.
Mysterious creatures.
Cressida comes out in her old lady form and says, "Oh, you're finally back. I take it you were successful?" Like as she like eyes the ingots.
Of course.
Yep. Very success.
Wonderful. It didn't run into too much trouble, did you?
Nope. No trouble.
Nothing we could not handle.
Well, we did bring a little bit of trouble back.
It was a little rough, but we made it through.
Oh,
A pair of issues to deal with. I was not a fan of this plan, but we have brought back 2 captives that we need to find somewhere for them to be. Probably out of sight.
sorry, captives?
Juvenile yetis. to be
What?
precise.
Like baby yetis?
Yes.
Put them back.
That was what I wanted to do, but they wanted to bring them back to you.
Why did you bring them here?
Well, we killed the parental yeti figure,
Why would
Wait.
why would you do that?
We didn't know.
Well,
It just
that was
attacked us.
self-defense.
Just attacking the caravan.
You have to get rid of them now. If they catch our scent, they will always be able to find us.
Oh, that sounds rather
Oh.
practical, actually.
I didn't know that. That's
Well,
unsettling.
I will be honest, I wasn't too sure. They're very young. They're obviously sick in some capacity, their parent, caretaker, mother, whoever. I actually didn't get a look. I don't know what exactly we killed there, but clearly this yeti was coming for them, and it's dead. So there's nobody going to deal with them, and I wasn't sure if we just leave them to their fate or not.
She looks at the wagon. She says, "They're in there."
Hmm.
You watch as she fucking, like, she starts waving her hands as she's, like, preparing for, like, a big spell.
Well, I guess
Just
that
a-
solves that then.
I
Oh,
They're,
say
wow.
they're sleeping.
Kill the children. Kill the children.
Yeah, we can make them in a quick stew real fast.
She, like, goes, she's about to cast it, and then she looks around and, like, sees all the axe beaks and sees, like, the people, like, still in the stable, and, like, closes her hand. She goes, maybe not that. She looks at all of you and says, this is a dilemma. This is not good. You brought them into the city.
Well, what's the problem with that?
They're going to grow large and ferocious. And
Well, I don't know anything about yetis. How am I supposed to know that?
we put them in the tower wagon, yes? Isn't that where they are? They're inside the tower wagon?
yeah,
I believe so.
Okay. Is our elk still attached to the wagon right now?
it's up to you if you let it roam free or if you brought it to the stables or let it stay in the stables, I should say.
What did we name him again? So I can write it down. So I can put it in my journal.
Griffin.
It is.
Can't even say the name.
Gruen? Grywan.
Excellent. Damn dog. Ugh.
Cressida will actually, like, notice the elk for the first time and be like, you
That
What-
is a great story. We look forward to telling you it in due time, but I feel like we need to take care of this other problem first.
We did a thing. This thing was better than the other thing. Let's deal with that first thing.
well, I mean, the first thing makes me nervous.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think we have to be all that dramatic about it. If it's such a dangerous thing, then I kind of just pull a dagger as if I'm about to go behead a chicken. I'm just going to go into the wagon.
No. I say we take them outside of town and dispose of them. Would you like to come with?
Who-
I mean, sure.
Cressida will shake her head and be like, I want no part of that. That sounds... That's
Pape Solfege, would you like to come with? Boys, why don't you guys go get something to eat? Cressida, can you make sure that the boys get fed? These two little bugs, they've been doing a lot of work and they need to be fed.
Why don't we just give them an instrument and they can be part of the band? They'll blend right in.
Because unless you know how to train animals, which I don't,
I do not.
they are going to be quite a handful.
I mean, most of us are animals already, aren't we?
I would like
Go look
us
around.
to dispose of them before they catch and remember our sins forever.
I mean, I only raised chickens and rabbits. I had a goat some 40 years back, but that's about it.
It's a comprehensive experience. Maybe we don't kill them right away.
Who said anything about killing them? I was just going to take them out and let them go.
Look at Poppy with her knife going towards the wagon.
Yeah, I mean, she looks clearly like you know, an old woman who has feathered a lot of chickens in her life, and it's just what you do sometimes. It's like, She wasn't sure about it, but when we found them, but if they're bad, they're bad.
She looks and she says, "You could take them out of the city and do whatever you need to, but do not kill them here. If you spill Yeti blood here, the backlash will be relentless. Bryn Shander would not survive that."
All right. Griffin,
That's
would you be so kind to turn this wagon around for a little extra stroll?
Oh, I can do that. I still get a blanket, right?
Of course, it just takes a while to knit it, you know. But
yeah,
I'll get started. Actually, I'll just go into Cressida's wagon and like grab a bit of wool and stuff and my knitting needles.
He's like, all right, all aboard. Let's go. Pulls the wagon out of town.
Hey,
It's like, Alejandro, how far do we have to go?
Who's going? Is it
I'll go. Solfedge will go.
Poppy's going? Are we taking the
Yep.
bugs?
Yeah, I'm going.
The bugs will eat the yetis, and we will be chased by yetis for the entirety of this campaign, which is hilarious, and I'm not opposed to it.
I say we train them. Train the Yetis.
Cressida will say, whatever you decide to do, I trust you will be able to handle business. But if they get out of hand and things get hairy, I will leave you behind with them.
We took care of the other Yeti, no problem. I mean, I almost died.
And that's the same thing we should do right now. We should take care of these two Yetis. Be done with it. Listen, I am not a big fan of this course of action, but I feel like if we do not take care of them now, we will have to take care of them later. If you take my meaning.
I see your point.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean,
I don't
Yeah,
really
but-
care. I don't really care if you decide you want to eat them. But I feel like we need to take care of it. Get rid of them, dispose of them. This is
Yeah,
not
the
a decision. I want to be very clear. This is not a decision I take lightly, or I make lightly.
The other possibility is we drive them out to the woods nearby, tie them to a tree, and let nature take its course.
Jesus.
They'll break out of it. They're...
I don't think you need to tie them to anything. I kind of just reach through a cave and lift like a limp arm up and ploop. They're probably not gonna survive the night anyways.
Yeah, they still, like, they're still sleeping, which, like, through all of the ruckus and, like, the hours of moving seems a little bit concerning as to, like, the state of their health. And they also look, like, sickly. Like, they don't look like they've eaten. Like, they're scrawny.
Should I try a medicine check to see if I can
Yeah,
suss out
absolutely.
what the deal is with that? I'm not particularly great at it, but here goes nothing. Yep, they're sleeping. Nighty night, sweet Yetis. Must be very tired.
What do you think a safe distance would be to get them away from town? Before we take care of things.
Who are you asking?
I'm asking you, I think, more than anything else. Should we make a check of some kind to determine?
I mean, if you're asking Cressida says at this point, your scents are already on them if you've been in their vicinity. I could not tell you.
You mean our scent is on them, or they know our scent?
they will know your scent. Even sleeping, no matter what condition,
Yeah.
once you get close enough.
I want to know how far we need to take them away from Bryn Shander so that they are not a problem for Bryn Shander. Any ideas?
Well, the cliff that we came up when you came in? If you can catch a good slope and just kind of drop them off the side.
How far away is that?
Isn't that like a 3 days journey or so?
That's a bit of a trip, yeah.
I feel like the point here is they need to be as far away as possible.
Yeah. Farther than as far away as possible. It's sounding like Cressida's suggestion is to kill them. But she's not going to say it out loud.
Oh, that is
there...
entirely my plan. I'm not planning on leaving them alive. As far as I'm concerned, they're evil creatures, and evil creatures must be dealt with.
Is there a flowing river anywhere in this region, or is everything frozen over?
A lot of things are frozen over. Close to Tourmaline, it appears that there is, like, open water, because they do still have, like, small spots that fish. Or a couple places that fish.
Okay, but that's like a lake, right? Or is it a river? Is there
It's a lake.
River going from... Okay.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we can take them out into the tundra and bleed them and leave them. And let nature dispose of them as they will. Or you can let the bugs dispose of them as they will. I don't really care. I just want to know how far away,
Right?
How far is far enough away from the town so that we're not bringing yeti hordes to Bryn Shander. Or to any other community here, for that matter. Where's a drow ranger when you need him?
Huh?
Right. I mean, he might be around somewhere.
Oh, he's probably nowhere near here right now, I would guess. Depending on which book you're in.
Right. True. True that. Well, this is well after, I think, most of the books, so...
And who knows? I mean... Who doesn't want to go see a music competition in the middle of fucking ice fuck nowhere?
Make a trip home to visit the Battlehammer Dwarves?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, let's not make it too complicated. Let's just start writing, and I don't know, 4 hours out or so, 5 hours out.
How far away is where we brought them from?
I think because you had to do like half of the journey on foot, so for you guys it was like 8 hours or 6 or 8 hours to get there, but just being able to go back with your steed now, it's probably only like a 4-hour journey.
Perfect.
I mean, there's also like
But
that.
it's still
We take them
between
back
the
there,
towns,
we leave
right?
them there with their mother's body.
That works,
Corpse
I guess.
remains.
It's kind of far. Or it's like, I'm just thinking there's also the forest, like, just not too far from to the southeast there. That's, I'm sure there are things in there that... I'm sure there's plenty of things in there that will eat them.
Things that they can eat.
They're sleeping. They're not eating anything.
We just
Sounds
make
like-
a quick Yeti stew and be done with it.
I think we have to go a bit
We
further
can go
than
out.
the
We can
forest.
take a ride. You can make your we can set up camp. You can make your Yeti stew there. And then when we're done, we'll come back. When you've had your fill. You guys are like Mikey. You did anything. And I'm old.
I get that reference. My dad used to say it all the time, too.
Okay, let's go. We go somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know. We could also go like north
Fa-
to like that like frozen over lake. Somebody here has to like create bonfire cantrip, right? We could just kind of like melt a hole in there and then huck it in.
We really do
Solid.
we want to poison a
I
lake
think-
by throwing a dead body in?
Yeah, I think we should go at least in the direction of like where we found them, because there's not so many settlements nearby. Here, the lake, there's so many settlements around, and it would just poison the water, like he said. And I mean,
It's big frozen lake. I guarantee there's already dead things in there. I don't think 2 more yetis is gonna poison an entire giant lake like that.
Why don't we launch them into space? Way up there.
What's space?
You know, that space. Big space. See little dots? Shoot them up.
The big space?
We'll get him up there.
Well, let's
I'm not.
pick a direction and go.
I am not
Yeah.
execution guy. I am plan guy.
yeah, I mean, I'm steering our dearest deer, haha, or elk, like back in the general direction, at least of where we came from. I'm furiously knitting. Clearly, Poppy is a bit embarrassed that she made such a faux pas with the yetis. She didn't think they would be so dangerous. But she's like getting on with it. 3 hours. And gonna dump them in the snow. Finish them off.
So you're like heading back to where you found them?
Look at the flowers.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've been discussing really long now, guys, just for the direction to pick. So yeah, I would say we just go where we found them. It's just 3-4 hours with the elk, and just do it, and leave them with their mom. I mean, the mother died in combat, clearly, so we can leave them there with her. I'll do a quick butchering. Poppy's butchering service. Field dressing.
Okay, so you are going back to the spot where you found them, like with the dead yeti, and you are planning to try and kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get to the site. This time it's nighttime. I mean, it's usually harder to tell day from night, but it's almost clearly nighttime. You can just see beyond the clouds, kind of like just like a little bit of light peeking out of one of the moons. And as the wagon pulls closer towards where the dead yeti was, you all hear a strange sound that comes like a song. You see a blue streak that flies through the sky, and for a brief moment you all see Oral, the Frostmaiden. You, Poppy, as you are, like, you arrive, and you already have this kind of thought process of killing these yetis. You witnessing Oral feel pain from the music, almost like distress, dissatisfaction, remorse. Oral casts her rhyme that continues the everlasting night. And with another, like, blue streak through the sky, disappears somewhere in Icewind Dale. The sled comes to a stop as Gruen brings you back to where you were. And there is, for anybody who can feel the cold, the chill is a little bit harsher after Oral recasts her spell. Or sings her song, I should say. But you do arrive safe and sound. Nothing happens in between. Aside from just the passing of midnight. And you find yourself back. The bodies are still there, like the goblin bodies are still there. It looks like maybe one of them was dragged off by some kind of like local wolf or something like that, but most everything is still intact. Same thing with the Yeti, it is still there.
Whoa.
Did you enter one of those goblins, Gino?
You know what now?
When the goblin was dragged away, did you munch on him? And not share?
No.
You son of a bitch. I'm gonna smack him.
I fight him.
The bugs just start fighting and rolling around.
100%.
Yeah, Poppy's a bit discontent, and she will hop off the wagon and kind of test her. Instead of dealing with the Yeti, she wobbles to the elk and like just puts like the bit that she has knitted so far next to him and like checks if the color matches or something.
It's like,
Kind
oh,
of rubs it.
that feels lovely.
Yes, that's. I'm glad to hear it. It needs to be a bit bigger, I think. I mean, obviously, you're a bit on the larger side. And she's kind of just waddling around there, uselessly.
Yeah. What is everybody else doing?
Well, I can't do too much just yet because I'm not physically strong enough to get these things out of here.
Alejandro?
How the heck did we get him in there?
They were already in there.
They were already in there.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Other goblins got them in there, I guess.
So the bugs are wrestling and fighting with each other right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anybody that's actually medium sized, or are we all small?
We are all small.
We're all small.
Nice.
Every single one of us.
Doesn't really affect, carrying capacity or stuff in this edition. It's just, my character has 4 strength. I can barely carry what's on me.
To be honest with you, I think all of us are. I don't know about. I think you, me, and Poppy are all on the weak side. I've got a 9 strength, so I don't know about
Mine's
the
10.
bugs.
Yeah, I got 8, I think. Right? Yeah.
We should have hired somebody to come with us that was strong.
Right? Teamwork. We all team up and drag them out one at a time. Ropes to the cages, whatever. Okay. Oh.
See Soulfedge trying to lift them, and I'll enlarge him.
Okay.
I know it didn't pop up, but I cast my last spell slot.
I'm the worst possible choice for you to use that on.
I know.
Even
You're
bigger,
the only
I'm
one-
the weakest person in the party.
Who is the strongest? Is it you? Are you the strongest there, Dino?
I mean, I think so, with 10 string. I don't know what Gino has.
8.
8? Is that what you said?
8.
8?
Yeah, 8.
You might as well use that on yourself. I guess it's you or me.
All right, yeah. So I'll enlarge myself actually in the fight with Gino. Then I'll throw him away, like cheat to win. Then I'll go start dragging out the yetis.
You enlarge yourself and like drag out these cages.
Yeah.
Inside, the yetis are still sleeping. I mean, there's not much stopping you from taking them out and doing what you need to do. They're sleeping. There'll be no resistance. They look pretty harmless. Kind of cute.
This is hard enough. Stop it.
Yeah,
I feel guilty enough already.
they don't.
It's bad enough.
They
It's
don't-
bad enough that we have to deal with it. We didn't deal with it before. Now we got to deal with it now.
They don't.
Right.
They don't look menacing at all. It almost
I look
makes
menacing. I'm gonna show you menacing.
almost makes you wonder, like, what makes Cressida so scared of these things. Even seeing the Yeti, it's just such a like vast difference. So who's doing what?
Like, are we gonna get into the whole nature versus nurture argument here?
No.
Poppy, who was all for like just finishing these guys as you arrived, she seems a little quiet over there, and you see that she has started like working on knitting for the elk.
Is there going to be an argument about how humane we need to be to take care of this problem?
Well, if
I'm gonna
it's
be
any
eating this, so I'll do what I gotta do.
if it's any consolation, they're already sleeping, so that makes it easier.
Would
For
this,
God's
would this
sake.
be a critical hit?
Oh, we're gonna say like
Oh
if
yeah,
you're
coup de grace.
if you're going to kill them, you don't even have to roll damage. It's gonna be a one shot. You slit their throats or whatever you got to do. Are you doing that, Alejandro?
Dino, take them out of the cart, place them by their mother. We shall take care of it there.
I'll drag him out. I got like a secondary hand, so I'm carrying both of them at the same time.
You bring them out of the wagon. The air starts to get a little bit colder, and you start to see flecks of snow coming down.
This is fitting. They will be covered by the snow.
Yeah, I'll do the business.
You put
I'll
the
stab the one.
you put the cages down, and you're like opening them up to pull the yetis out.
Nah. Not yet. I'm gonna pull out Mr. Rapier.
Okay.
We'll take care of the deed before we open the cage.
Okay.
I'm not playing this game with oh we pull them out of the cage and look what happened. They wake up and start mauling my face.
Okay, so you're gonna stab them inside the cage.
Absolutely.
Okay, and everybody is on board with this.
Yep. Speak now or forever.
Yeah, like nobody is doing anything. Nobody's doing anything to stop it. I just want to make sure this is the.
No, Poppy looks as if she's currently measuring the elk for a onesie, a wool.
Poppy's just completely out of this. She's not even paying attention to this thing.
She looks as if she's like bit into a lemon, like she's making a face, but is like very studiously, like very resolutely avoiding dealing with this and looking in your direction. She's just like.
I respect that.
Solfege kind of just bow his head a little and just sing a low, solemn, like funeral dirge type.
Okay.
Type thing.
Alejandro, you swizzle stick one of these ones. Just what do you like? You just going for the eye and just like swizzling the brain.
No, I'll be probably aiming for a chest, probably for the heart area.
Okay, going for like a heart stab.
Listen, I'm not trying to be cruel and grotesque about it. I just think it needs to be done, and that's just where I'm at.
You stab it. It does wake up in its final moments and let out a cry, just a small one, before it just is lifeless. And as you stab the first one, the wind picks up. It gets colder, and it goes from just like a sprinkle of snow to not quite a blizzard, but like it's starting to pick up fast.
Get the deed taken care of.
You do the other one?
Yup.
Oh, I'd have been stabbing the second one, like Resi was doing the first one.
Oh. Dino's taking care of the other one?
Dino killed the other one. You kill the other one, the other one's body goes limp as you finish it off, and as you do, the wind picks up from that, like, almost blizzard to a full blizzard. Like, just, like, blackout blizzard, just, like, out of nowhere. And as it does, you almost see like this thrum and glow of blue on the wind. Poppy, you lose your cold resistance. Everybody else, you now have vulnerability to cold.
Oh, shit.
We pissed off the Frostmaiden.
The blizzard is chilling to the bone. You can feel it throughout your entire core, and it is getting colder and colder by the second. There's only so much like that the goblin wagon will do for you. But being outside right now, like if you don't find some kind of cover, the blizzard is gonna kill you.
I'm
absolutely getting in the wagon.
I do have the respite charm, so we can enter it and basically stay inside of it as long as we want.
Okay.
Well, not as long as we want, but
Are we gonna get the wagon moving back to town and do that inside the wagon?
The elk is still there, and that doesn't seem like the blizzard's affecting the elk, so you could probably get back, but you'll definitely, he's still going to have a hard time because, in spite of everything, the steed still needs to be able to see, and because everybody is, like, vulnerable to the cold, you're definitely not going to be want that direct exposure, but I don't know if anybody wants to help for steering. You'd need an animal handling to do so, but otherwise it's up to a roll as to whether it makes it to Bryn Shander.
well, why don't you guys go into the charm that I have? I'm not vulnerable to cold. Like it's really, really, really cold, but
Yeah.
I'm like
You
less
ju-
likely
yeah.
to.
Basically, she bumped everybody down a step. So because you had
Yeah.
the resistance previously,
Mm.
she just took that away from you. She was disappointed in the actions of your party.
I'm
And
I'm in the same
I
boat
would
'cause
try
I had the
to.
boots.
So, like, I could basically try to steer the wagon back, and you can go into the charm. I will obviously have the charm on me, basically. And then you're safe from the exposure.
I will help
So-
Poppy with this task.
So we lost the benefits of the hearth fire mantle for the day, for the rest of the day, is what is going on.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like a magical cold. The boots will help you there, Solfedge. But the like the blanket effect of the Hearthfire Mantle, it does not appear to be taking effect. It's counteracting those temp hit points. The blizzard lasts throughout the journey. With two of you on it, I'll say that you're able to steer Gruen pretty close, like where you can see Bryn Shander through the blizzard as you approach. But it is it's a rough go. Even with just like being the spiritual entity, this Fae, Gruen still has a really hard time getting through this thick blizzard. As you arrive, Cress meets you again, and says, "What is with this weather? This is insane."
It picked up
It's,
when we did the deed.
Did the deed.
Yes, when we took care of the yeti, small yeti problem.
Oh.
The weather picked up coincidentally at the same time.
Oh. Oh. Okay. I don't know what to make of that, but probably not good. But we can figure that out. Okay.
I am very cold. I need to find a fire.
Yeah, she'll get a fire going immediately. She'll even for the night. She like looks at some of you and just like some of you are like shivering to the bone. And she says, "This is okay. Get in the caravan. I'll get some spells up that we'll keep it nice and toasty in there tonight."
My mantle, no work anymore. We lost it. Like it was keeping me warm, and it don't keep me warm now. I don't know how to explain it. This is why I'm very cold.
She nods and says, "Well, when we're inside, I'll take a look at it and see what I can glean about it." She'll take you guys inside. The blizzard is a bitter cold that washes over Bryn Shander. Everybody like stays inside and kind of holes up for the night. The taverns close down and everything like that. Everybody just kind of hunkers down as it rages through the even like early morning into the into about noon. Everybody can go ahead and take a long rest.
Before I take a long rest, like when I'm cleaning off the dagger for blood, can I like use it on this bestiary bracer?
Absolutely. For the basically you'd be getting the information for yetis, because it won't really differentiate between like little yetis and big yetis. I don't think.
Basically, yeah, just be trying to like. Oh, it's just one random one, right? Like I don't get to pick what it is.
There are yeti tykes. Hold on. No, because how it works is once the blood is in there, you can start scanning like different attributes and getting random information about it each round until you basically know everything about it. So you basically just know the stat block of the Yeti tyke now. I need to make a new bestiary bracer folder. Give me a hot second here. And then I need to open up. There we go. In the compendiums folder, there we go. In the compendiums folder, you should see a option called Bestiary Bracer. Should be at the top.
Oh, yeah.
And do you see the entries? Can you access the entries?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so you can see Yeti tyke in there. You can just click it to open it up, and you now have all that information about it. If you're using it in combat, I'll like feed you little bits of information, and then like post combat, the whole entry will go in there. And then at that point, if you ever need to access that information, you can just like use it to remember things, basically. But yeah, you like sprinkle this little bit of like dried blood, or like I guess it would still be a little bit wet, but like starting to dry. You kind of like wipe it onto this little like eyeball orb on the bracer, and you watch as it kind of like sucks in the blood. The blood disappears into this like eyeball stone. It blinks and glows, and then it's almost like a little like HUD that shows up with the information, like just a mystical like screen that kind of just like gives you each detail of the little Yeti.
That's go really big. He's like glancing over everything.
Yeah, you are able to take a long rest in the wagon. The blizzard does last a fairly long time. It doesn't really let up until the following midnight, when Oral recasts her spell again and sings her song. It's a song that you can't make out the words of. It seems to be in a language that I don't think any of you know. Does anybody know Celestial? No. Okay.
I don't think so. For me.
Yeah. She sings like in a very strange language that all you can really hear is the melody. It's like you can't hear the words. But it is heard throughout all of Icewind Dale, and of course, when the sun tries to rise above the peak, it can't, and continues that perpetual night. The blizzard does let up after that second casting. After like a long rest, because the blizzard does kind of like persist throughout the day. What is everybody doing with their time? You call it like a little bit of downtime before the next day. Is anybody doing anything in particular, or just like kind of resting?
Well, meet up with the dwarves, obviously, that we brought the ingots back and everything.
You can't.
Hmm? The blizzard's too bad.
Everybody is locked down, like, because of the blizzard.
Oh, it's that bad. Okay.
Yeah, it's that bad. Like, it's white out. Like, you can't see in front of your face. Like, snow is piling up on the doors quickly. Everybody has like locked up for the day until it lets up.
Okay, cool. That is fine.
Well, since we are bards, even if I don't understand the words, I would try to make like a music sheet of what Ariel sang, like the melody,
Okay.
to maybe look into it later if we can get out of the wagon again. Maybe can research it a bit or something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me. We'll start with an investigation check. Um, because it's a fairly complicated song, it's going to be a higher DC. That'll do it. With a 20, yeah, you're able to remember the melody no problem and are able to jot it down. You can go ahead and add to your character sheet just a freeform item called Oral's Song, and you can just mark it as incomplete. So Poppy is scribing the melody into like a music sheet. What's everybody else doing?
Looking for berries.
Looking for berries
Yeah.
in the caravan?
Oh, we're just in the caravan, like moving while this is happening. This isn't while we're like
No,
resting.
you're inside resting. You're inside the caravan, like within inside Brinchander, but like it's a thick blizzard outside,
Oh.
and now you guys are all vulnerable to cold. I don't think you'd want to be outside.
I do want berries. No, there's no real way for me to get food inside this caravan, so.
I got you something at the shop, Gino. Since you're in the trash all the time,
Okay.
I give him the soap.
I eat the soap.
No, it's not candy. It's
The fuck is that?
you wash yourself with it, and you don't smell like trash anymore. I'm supposed to eat it. Like gesture, like shower, you know.
Okay.
Stupid gift.
I guess I'll play my violin a bit while we're in here.
Play your violin a little bit.
Yeah.
Practicing anything in particular, or just kind of just
We'll
playing?
practice. I don't know, just something, slow and somber to kind of fit with the mood.
Okay. Yeah. You don't see much of Cressida that night unless you like need her for something. She puts the spells on the caravan to keep it like super warm inside and like resistant to the blizzard. And then she keeps to herself in her little room. The next day, the blizzard lets up just a little after midnight. By the morning, people are out and kind of clearing out the like little pathways and kind of shoveling out the pathways to be able to walk down towards the shops and stuff like that. And you are free to do what you would like from here. You guys can leave the caravan again.
To the dwarves!
Yeah.
Yes, we've got ingots to deliver.
It's just the ghetto, yes.
Yeah.
I use this just to melt all the snow away in front of us.
Oh yes, and
Just melts.
Rewards, payments to get for the delivery.
Yeah, so the doors are still at the north look. And you walk in with the ingots. And they look pretty surprised, like, how? How is this possible?
It was not an easy task.
Well,
It's a couple of close calls amongst our group, but as you can see, we have completed our end of the bargain.
they like count over them and say, "Yeah, that's it. That they're still all here. This is wonderful. We can deliver this to Black Iron Blades, and I'm sure they'll be happy to have the metal to work with. You've really done us a great service."
Make sure to mention to the dwarves, to the smiths, who helped you out.
Of course. You. What is your? Who are you? Like what do we call you?
The Fabulous Funky Five, of course.
Fabulous Funky Five. Oh, you're a band. That's right. Well, Fabulous Funky Five.
We are.
We are forever in your debt. The Battlehammer clan will be rooting for you, and best believe that after this, helping to kind of restore our good name here, we will be voting for you in the future, if the audience has the chance to participate or be able to sway votes. So we'd be happy to show our support for the Fabulous Funky Five. Also, please, they start pulling out these like stones. They say, these are bloodstones. You can probably fetch a fairly good price for them. Hold on one second. Let me drag out a chest for you guys. Default item pile. Okay. There are 5 bloodstones. And one of them reaches into their bag. And they pull out this like neat looking shield. That almost like the front of it almost looks like drum skin. Let me see if I can show this to you.
Interesting.
Looks like a little drum, but it's got a shield handle on the back.
Huh.
There we go. If you double click on that item pile that says Bloodstone, you should see that there's 5 Bloodstones and a Battle Beat shield in there. Can everybody access that? Okay, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of us proficient with shields? I don't think that's a thing. I don't believe I am.
Not currently yet, I don't believe.
I am not proficient with shields.
If somebody multi-classes at some point, maybe.
Into the item pile for now.
There we go. Also, you will see. So you guys have completed Foaming Mugs, your first quest. We're gonna set this as completed. And in just a moment, you're. Oh.
Senors, before we part ways, might we share a drink? And
Oh yes, of course. We would love to share a drink with you.
celebrate the success of this venture together. Might I ask one other favor? One other request. Might I make one other request?
Sure.
Perhaps you and your men, your women, could sing for us one of your dwarven drinking songs. Something that could inspire music for us.
Yeah. Great idea.
What say you?
Dwarven drinking song.
I mean, surely you sing and drink and you're merry when things go well, when you have things to celebrate. Battles and festivities. Finding a good vein within a mine. I mean, other than working, of course, I understand, but surely you have some celebratory songs that you sing, yes? Would there be one that would be appropriate this time?
They start belting into like this dwarven, like raucous dwarven chant. For those who speak Dwarven, it is a song about withstanding strong drink after a long day in the mines. It is called the...
Put you on the spot.
You did put me on the spot. It is called the Symphony of Grog.
Okay. All right.
And hold on one second, because I have to actually like make an actual song for this now. Symphony of Grog. It's gonna give you guys resistance to poison for 1 hour. And advantage on rolls against like poison effects. Like the poison condition effect. Just like
Makes sense.
like a dwarven resilience, right?
Okay.
I'll make it as a song. Give me a quick second here. Folk songs. Duplicate. I mean, I'm gonna say in this instance you don't have to do the rolls to learn it. Like they're going to teach it to you, as part of like that reward. So as an action, when you play this song, you and up to 5 other willing creatures gain the following benefits. You gain advantage on. One second here. Where's Scarmetal Hills? Where are my dwarves at? There we go. You have advantage on saving throws against poison. You have resistance against poison damage. We'll say you are. Why didn't it do that to the other ones? Fuck off. Sorry, formatting is killing me here. There we go. You are immune to the poisoned condition. There we go. I'll start dragging that over to your character sheets as well. As they have several drinks with you, and they teach you this dwarven song, this dwarven symphony of their kind of like tribute to like having a nice after work drink.
When we're kind of wrapping this up with the dwarves after having many a drink and many a song, I would take like the head honcho, so to say, a bit to the side, and I will pull out the emblem that I cut from the dead dwarf that we found, and I will give it to him. I know it would have been better if we could have retrieved him, but the weather just didn't allow for it. But
he like holds it and kind of like sniffs, and you watch as like a tear goes down his cheek. He takes it and like
I'll pet his shoulder.
Holds it to his heart, and then puts it in his pocket or like in his satchel, and kind of like clinks his glass with you, and like goes, "Another round for those we've lost, huh?" And knocks another drink back.
Solfege, as thanks for the song they taught us, and in memory of their, fallen person, he's going to sing a rendition of a song that he was taught some years ago by another group of dwarves that he met. And Solfege will at one point break into a rendition of Far Over the Misty Mountains.
Nice. Yeah, all three dwarves are just like in tears, just like blubbering. As you move them a little bit. Go ahead and roll a performance. Let's see how well you do.
All right. I'm willing to sing that on stream.
If you sing it on stream, I will give you advantage on your roll.
Gotcha. All right. Well, take a quick sip. Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day, to find our long forgotten gold. The pines were roaring on the heights, the winds were moaning in the night. The fire was red, it flaming spread. The trees like torches blazed with light.
Woohoo!
Bravo.
Well done.
The whole like tavern went quiet as you were singing.
Yeah, never mind the roll with advantage. You get it. There's not a dry eye in the house. I almost started crying here. Yeah. You move these people as you sing this kind of song, to help them with their sorrow over their lost comrade. and kind of give them a little bit of peace and closure in that way, along with Poppy's kind of symbol of gesture of kindness, with the symbol she took off of them. They will gladly take the ingots to the black iron blades afterwards. You will all see on your character sheets that you have a feature there called Shop Discount. You are going to receive a 25% discount at black iron blades going forward. Nice. So that is the other reward. Lastly, for finishing your first big quest, or like bigger quest for this first like leg of things that isn't the music side of things, everybody's gonna level up to level 4.
Woo!
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
So while everybody is dealing with their level up stuff, why don't we take a like 10-ish minute break? You can deal with your character sheet stuff, refill your waters and stuff like that. And then when we come back, we will figure out what your next steps are.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Now to figure out what I'm going to level up as.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I'm going to go grab some water.
Yeah.
Anybody going to multi-class right away, or is everybody going for the ability score improvement?
It's a tough call. It's a tough call.
Yeah.
Sorry, actually, with that in mind, let's call it a 15-minute break. You can also discuss amongst yourselves here. So we'll call it like 9:50, because including like bathroom breaks and stuff like that, I want you to have time to kind of figure out both. There we go. Yeah, we'll do that. Come back at 9:50 Eastern, or 50, whatever 50 wherever you are. You know what I mean. Y'all got a clock in front of you. And we'll be back.
Alrighty. So, decisions.
Should I take Bless? That would be really good for us now.
You multi-classing or are you sticking Bard?
I took a feat that gives me a first level enchantment or divination spell. And Bane is Bless is enchantment, so I mean
True.
that would, and I have pretty high con, like I have +3 or something.
Yeah.
So it's not so bad for like concentration saves.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be a nice buff for us.
It is a nice buff. Yeah, that's
decisions.
So I used my Shadow Touched feat to pick up Cause Fear. Haven't had a chance to really use it yet, but...
Oh, I have that too, I think, Shadow Touched. I think that was the first feat, yeah, that was the first feat I picked, like the one that we got from the start, with Shadow Touch.
Coming with Snuggle.
Yeah, I really, really like utility spells. Like, I'm almost gravitating to, like, detect magic and identify and stuff again, but I'm really not useful in the fight. So maybe I take Bless, and that will give us a bit of a buff in the front line.
I mean, the other option, like, if you like utility and stuff, you could take that one. You could take that one feat that gives you a Warlock invocation and get the one that lets you detect magic at will. But again, Shadow Touched is really nice because it gets you that like 1 stat point plus a couple extra spells. Fate Touched or whatever you were going as.
Yeah,
I
took Shadow Touched was the first one, and now I took Fate Touched. So because I wanted to get Charisma up, I wanted Misty Step, Invisibility, and then 2 other spells. I thought it was pretty nice. Okay, I will take Bless. I think that's good. Bless is nice. I feel a bit more useful in combat. I can buff a bit more for our martially adept characters.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to stick Bard or like do a multi-class dip.
Oh my god, that was so fast. I'm done. Woohoo! I have to check one thing.
Or what I'd even be able to multi-class into my stats if I wanted to.
One thing I really need to figure out is my AC. I need something, man.
There's a chain shirt in our inventory.
But I cannot wear it. It's medium armor. It's really bad, yeah. But I have like 11 AC. So yeah. It's a bit difficult. Yeah, I mean, I took the ability score improvement this time, but I will probably dip into cleric with the next level, and that will also give me all the other stuff, the armor, shields, all the good things. And then I can I'll see how many levels I take, but I can probably take a bit more healing stuff. I'm just not a martial character, like, it's just how it is.
Yeah, with my stats, I'm staying as far from martial as I can, because, yeah, I'm bad at it.
Same, but that's the cool thing with cleric. They're like freaking tanky, so can pick some better armor. Can maybe even carry a shield or something. We'll see. We'll see. I better run for that toilet break before the break is over.
Bards learn 1 spell or 2 on level up.
They learn 1, and you get a new cantrip.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I am just gonna continue to level as Bard for now. All right, feats. Decisions. That's a tough one.
And we're back. Everybody got their level up stuff figured out?
Not quite. Working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I took Eldritch Adept so I could get an Eldritch Invocation, and now my Eldritch Blast does the +5 damage.
Nice.
I'm being a warlock without being a warlock, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Solid choice. Solid choice.
I don't know if I'm gonna multi-class. I think I might just stick with the Bard for now as well.
Poppy, I couldn't help but hear your dilemma with the AC. Somebody mentioned the chain shirt. You're not proficient in it, but you can still wear it. You just like would it be disadvantage on strength checks and saving throws and dexterity checks and saving throws. And if you're sticking to being like a distance support like caster anyway, you're probably not going to use those very much.
Yeah, maybe I pick that up then. How much is the chain shirt?
I think you guys have one already.
Yeah, no, I mean how much is the AC? 13 plus, oh that's nice. 13 plus dex. Wait, is my dex negative? No, okay, so it would be 13. Yeah, that's better than 11. That's a lot better than 11. So yeah, I will take that then if nobody minds.
Yeah, right now you just got that leather armor. I see it.
Hey, nice on the HP.
Nice. While everybody's working on their level up stuff, it's a good time to discuss next steps as well. You've completed your quest in Bryn Shander. I'm assuming the next direction for you is heading to Tourmaline for sign-ups.
Yeah, look at the map. Like, best course would be continue along the road.
Why did it not save my?
You're what?
I had rolled the dice for the hit points and everything, and now it reset it back to. It reset my hit points and stuff back to 3rd level. Seems weird.
That's weird because it says you're level 4.
Yeah, but over under my character image on my sheet, I was up to 31 hit points, and now it's back down to 31, and I'm not sure why.
Well, it's showing me 24 for you.
Yeah,
It's supposed
but
to be
it should
31?
Yeah, I rolled my hit die for it, and it should be adding 7 hit points.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5
Oh,
plus 2.
it looks like 31. Looks like 31 now.
I just changed it. Yeah, that's why I was like, I was trying to figure out what the heck is. What the heck is going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Did that happen to anybody else? Did it increase the health properly, or?
Why do my spells look different?
My HP added properly, and it added the one part of the level up, the ability score. Didn't have the optional feature. I think though. We'll have to take that bardic versatility, whatever that is.
Dino? Bardic versatility, where are you seeing that?
Something to level up for Bards list to 4. I'm just looking at it on the website here.
Oh. Yeah, it might be a
It's one of the-
Tasha's thing.
Yeah, it's Natasha's thing.
Well, it's optional. I didn't know if we were taking it or if that's allowed. I don't know what it is. I just seen it there.
Because I mean, I would allow Tasha's as a resource anyway. Whenever you reach a level in this class that grants the ability score improvement feature, so like if you go to level 4, you can do one of the following, representing a change in focus as you use your skills in magic. You can replace one of the skills you chose for the expertise feature with one of your other skill proficiencies that isn't benefiting from expertise, or you can replace one cantrip you learned from this class's spellcasting feature with another cantrip from the Bard spell list.
Okay.
So when you get to each like ASI level, you can choose between switching up a cantrip or switching up your expertise to a different skill. Which I'd allow that. I have no problem with that.
It's either that or the ASI though, right? It's not like both.
No. I think it's just an optional thing for when you hit like each level where you can take an ASI. So you still get your ASI or feat, and then you can use your bardic versatility to either choose a new cantrip or change your expertise.
Oh yeah.
So do you guys you got your discount for black iron blades? Do you want to go do a bit of shopping first, or are you gonna be heading straight to Tourmaline?
I'm not in too much need of anything. Maybe food. We go get food. Lots of food. Stock up.
We could double check. So we got our bloodstones now that we could sell for a bit if we need to. We might be able to pick up some stuff that might have been out of our price range before.
Yeah, I gotta adjust the lists down to 75%.
Can I, like, dumpster dive in this place? Are there garbage cans?
In Bryn Shander?
Yeah, like, I'm more in, like, this forge place, specifically.
Oh, like at Black Iron Blades?
Yeah, at the Black Iron Blazes. Like, while we're going to there to shop, I'll spot a garbage can, maybe, and, like, Pokemon, look inside.
As to arrive, roll an investigation. The trash cans were just emptied as soon as the snow was cleared. Garn and Elza both greet you with a smile. They congratulate you on your success with retrieving the ingots, and do confirm that you you will be getting everything at a discount. And the prices have already been adjusted for you, so you can see the new prices when you double click on them. You should be able to click on them from anywhere. I think we fixed that last time. And if anybody has any questions for either of them, just feel free to ask.
You have food?
They got some food, some rations.
Where food?
Yeah, Elsa's like, oh yeah, yes, we have plenty of day rations.
How much?
For you, 3 silver and 8 copper.
Okay. Well, trying to give me Electrum and change? The fuck?
Oh god.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's also like charging Electrum, which makes me sad. I gotta figure out a way to get rid of that.
Okay, I buy food. You get food. Thank you.
Working with the system, we're gonna have to deal with Electrum for now. I'm so sorry, guys. That's embarrassing.
Why can I not move my character?
Oh, because the game is paused. Yeah, a lot of the like magical stuff is still fairly expensive for the amount of money you guys have now, but still that discount is probably going to be quite helpful later once you have a bigger chunk of change to play with.
So what are the bloodstones worth?
Yeah, I was about to ask, do we just want to sell those?
It says we can sell them for 25 gold.
Yeah.
Their value is 50 gold.
Oh, because these shops are automatically set to sell at half value. You can just go at, like, if you're already at the store, you can just delete them and, like, split the money amongst yourselves, or If each of you got one, you can just convert it to the gold automatically. You're at a shop to be able to sell them. And they'll buy your bloodstones from you.
So it's 25 gold?
No, was it 50 gold?
It says 50 on the
On the item itself, yeah.
card for it. Card, yeah.
Yeah, it's 50 gold.
Okay.
You can just like delete them from your character, or just each person add 50 gold. I should have just given you guys the money. I don't know if somebody wanted to hold on to the stones.
Hey, sentimental value. Never
Yeah.
know.
Very important. But money. Money.
Money. Oh, how did I not add that yet? I'll do that now. While you guys are doing the thing.
I'm all set, so go have a smoke. But I hear you guys.
Yeah, I just wanted food.
Yeah, Gino's in the corner just fucking snacking down on a day's worth of rations.
Hell yeah.
Has everybody else done their shopping as well?
I'm just taking one more look through here, see if there's anything I want to grab.
Yeah, everybody's super quiet today.
Did we get after the long rest, did you roll the temp HP?
Yeah.
I think it was Alejandro.
I will say Alejandro. That morning. We'll kind of like backtrack to that. Your cape was inspected by Crest, and she says it should be working normally. And it does, like, you are able to use its ability the next day to once again re-give people the points and give them that little bit of warmth.
Nine.
Nice.
Tempest. Oh.
Okay. You sell me this warm ring. I give you 80 gold pieces and a song.
I'm sorry, what?
Warm ring. Warm ring. Pointing at the ring of warmth.
Yeah.
80 gold pieces and a song.
80 gold pieces.
And a song.
And a song.
Yep.
She's sitting there thinking about it, kind of like mulls it over. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Really? Okay. See how this goes. I'm good at this.
26 on that.
Hell yeah.
26 persuasion. She says, "You know what? I'll give you a shot. If you can wow me with a song, then I'll accept 80 gold pieces."
Oh, we know a good song, all right?
Do we?
Yeah, we know one song.
You know more than one song. Or do you mean like
Yeah.
as a whole band?
Yeah, it's like the group song, right?
Oh wait, sorry. 80 gold pieces and a song is not going to be enough with that persuasion.
That's what I thought. But
She says 180 gold pieces and a song would suffice
What?
with that 26 persuasion.
you said 80.
I mean,
Okay.
180 is still like less than, or like more than half off on that.
If you sing this song right now, a good one, I'm gonna give you 100 gold. I mean, I'm old.
On the water. Bow, 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 bow. He's fully like playing the lute with both of his little hands.
While simultaneously still making guitar sounds with his mouth.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'll give you the 100 gold.
Oh, no. I'm gonna need you to roll performance, sir.
That is fair. That is fair. Do you want a disadvantage?
No, we'll let you roll it straight here.
Another 4.
It's not great. It sounds just as described. And Elsa kind of winces a little bit looking at you. She's like, unfortunately, the Ring of Warmth is fairly. It's fairly important. It's worth quite a lot around here. I'm afraid I just can't let it go for that song.
I snatch my money back.
Okay, I will learn better song and come back.
If you learn a better song, you're welcome to come back and try and wear me down again. She like takes like a fucking like piece of like dried meat and like tosses it at you like some like somebody would toss like a treat at a dog.
I catch it in my mouth.
It's like such a good boy. I think.
Yeah. Gino.
What's up?
No, you're Dino. I'm Gino. I was saying my name, stupid. Don't talk to me.
I'm gonna smack him and walk away.
With the piece of meat in my mouth, I fully start fighting him.
Stop! I'm trying to buy stuff. Hey!
Are there items we can't
Sorry, I
edit?
misclicked.
There shouldn't be. Not once you have them.
Why won't let me edit it?
Which item?
Well, I was trying to buy 2 water skins, and I was going to rename one of them as wine skin, but it's not putting 2 wine skins on my character sheet either.
Did it charge you for 2?
Yep, it sure did.
Sons of bitches. Let's fix that. Because
And it didn't raise the quantity to 2.
No, it didn't stack them. That's very strange.
Yep.
We're gonna do one screen. There you go.
Yeah, awesome. One is for drinking, and one is for drinking.
Need something to accompany that song of grog.
Indeed.
Garn, you can see clearly has like this like pile of ingots that he is like slowly like tossing in to melt down, and he is almost giddy as he like kind of like flits around the forge like working on some kind of weapon. He's like Disney princess levels of happy.
Okay.
I'll go to what you making there, Garn?
Ah, well, lad, I'm going to make a sword. A sword unlike any other sword. One that may even strike fear into the Frostmaiden's cold, dead heart.
Look, shiver for a second as you say that.
He just goes back to working on it. Right now, it looks like he's started working on the blade, but he is like continuously folding the metal again and again and again. And he hasn't stopped doing that for like the last little bit. Like dance around, fucking start melting more metal, come back, start folding the metal again.
I'll start helping with my extra hands, like for a minute.
Yeah,
He needs help.
he'll help to like guide you to like almost like teaching you how to like work the metal. He'll like kind of like get you to help him heat it up as he folds. It like continues to like fold it again and again. He's like, you come back once in a while, I can teach you other things too.
That's the goggles on. He's like inspecting everything really intently. Sorry, did we get gold for bringing back the ingots or anything?
You guys got bloodstones that you traded in for 50 gold apiece. So everybody should
Gotcha.
Everybody should have got 50 gold.
I'll ask Elsa, is there, perchance, a library in this town or something of the sort? A wise man or woman? You know, some written history? Anything?
Elsa kind of shakes her head. She says, not in Bryn Shander. Any books that we would have had would have gone to the free libraries inside of the tournament space because they wanted to have reading material available for audience members while they wait for performances.
So Tramelane then.
If you go to Tourmaline, they have turned the town hall into the tournament space. So you should not only be able to get access to books, but also like public records, town records, things of that nature. So if that's the kind of thing that you're looking for, they can help you with that. The tournament space isn't open here yet, as they're still working, like constructing the rest of it. So yeah, your best bet for any kind of other information would probably be Tourmaline at the current moment. But once the tournament starts in earnest, you should be able to find books pretty much at every tournament space in 10 towns.
Didn't you organize the tournament space here in Brinchender?
I helped, yes.
Eyebrow wiggle.
She looks and she says, I am not allowed to give the bands much. I will say that there is a very peculiar MC for this first first tournament. Her name is Ezra.
Ezra.
She is quirky. She loves music. She has made sure that all of the tournament spaces have a unique feature, or like almost like a gimmick. And because you guys, I guess you get your let's just say that Black Iron Blades is going to be watching you all closely. throughout this tournament. I guess I could let go that Bryn Shander's gimmick in the tournament space is a rotating circle in the middle of the room. But that's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. They'll punish me if I am to have revealed any more than that. You didn't hear it from me.
Of course not, of course not. At my age, you forget things all the time, so don't you worry, dear.
Remember what?
Exactly, Gino.
We're killing Ezra?
No, what?
Elsa throws
Ezra-
another like fucking dry meat ration at you, Gino.
Okay.
Ezra is not connected to Crass, right? Was that Crass had something going on? She was like cursed or something. What was going on with Crass?
You haven't heard the name Ezra yet. But Cressida was cursed by a rival performer, locking her to the caravan, so she can't leave the proximity of the caravan. If she tries, she just gets like blinked back to it. Which is why instead of attending the performance herself, she has employed you guys to basically represent her.
Yeah, I'll definitely ask Crass about this Ezra when we come back. That name rings a bell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you done shopping, guys? You're worse than me. Like I was done half an hour ago.
Yep.
Man in a smithing shop. It's a whole thing.
Listen, that 25% discount, that hits. This guy's got all kinds of money now.
I'm almost done. No, I am done. I'm just...
Solfab just sitting here like, hot hands in a dice game, let's go.
Hey, I'm buying some things to help, like, pass the time when we're out and about. It's like, what things are small enough that they don't actually have weight?
I think I have playing cards. Yeah, I do.
Well, now we have an extra set.
Can play with more people. Doesn't have to make sense. It's like two decks mixed together.
Some interesting purchases. I love that it tells you in the chat.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, so you guys head back to the caravan? Cressida's getting everything geared up. She has summoned her spectral cats again to be able to pull her caravan. Are you guys, who's traveling in in Cressida's caravan, and who's taking the goblin the goblin wagon?
We take Goblin Wagon.
I wanna talk with Cressida, so I will sit with her on the bench.
Okay.
Knitting furiously.
Yeah, you guys like play your song and summon Gruen. Hitch him up to the other wagon. You guys can like split up as you choose. You wanted to talk to Cressida specifically about first. You said Ezra, right?
Yeah, I wanna ask her if she knows Ezra, for starters. And then I wanna talk music.
She does know Ezra. Ezra is a fire genasi, and has been one of the kind of announcers for a lot of musical competitions all across Faerun for years, decades, she says. From what she knows of Ezra, she's spunky, as described before by Elza. She's very quirky. Is not biased when it comes to competition. Like, she gives every bit of music a fair shake. It's very hard to try and sway her resolve beyond her own personal wisdom. She doesn't take outside influence into account. And basically, she's not... she can't be bought. She is the one who will give the most fair opinion. Which is why she has been an MC for so long. She used to be a judge for these competitions, and then like moved into an MC role when she just wanted to kind of like relax and just start doing fun stuff.
Well, that's better than having a biased MC you have to sway, I guess.
She'll say it's something you have to worry about in these kind of competitions. There's always going to be somebody with a fat bag who's trying to buy their way to a win.
Yeah.
You can only hope that you find fair, unbiased judges in these competitions. Ezra has been kind of like the go-to for competitions like this when they've been set up. In also finding judges to be able to represent these. So if Ezra had her hand in picking the judges, it's a very good likelihood that they're going to be on the level. Everybody has a price, but she is brought in to basically ensure fairness as much as possible.
That's good. That's good. Listen, I have another question for you.
Sure.
And I'll pull out the sheet music from Oral Song.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had a bit of a run-in with the Frostmaiden
A
the other
run-in?
night. Well, she was in the sky, we were on the ground. That's as far as it went. But she made really awful music. We got really cold, yada yada. I noted it down. Now I don't really understand the language she's using, but maybe this rings a bell to you, or maybe you can read something between the lines and I will give her the sheet music.
She looks at the sheet music and she's like, okay. Okay. What are you hoping... Without knowing the words, I wouldn't be able to tell you what it means, but music itself has its own power. What would you be hoping to do with this knowledge?
Well, she did something to us. It was always really good with the cold, and now it's gone. I would like it back.
And of course, this was when you guys killed the yetis.
Yes.
She looks and she's like, I wish I would have anticipated that.
Well, I don't have anybody but myself to blame for that, so don't you worry about it. But
she kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and kind of looks at you with like a serious look, and she says, "They would have been hell for this place. You couldn't have known that the Frostmaiden would have brought her own fury for what you did."
just really.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I told her we should let them join the band. You guys said no.
She looks at the sheet music and looks at you and says, "You are all shaping up to be a pretty decent band. You've written one song. Why not use this as a base to write another? Maybe understanding Oral's music better may bring you a little bit closer to understanding what happened and may be able to break whatever she's cast upon all of you."
Yeah, well, we'll have to put some thought into it, I guess. I will put the sheet music away, and with like my really knobbly arthritis hands that are like suffering in the cold now, I'm like trying to continue knitting. It's really slow going. It looks very painful. She looks a bit just, bleh. Unhappy with it all.
She's like guiding the animals, but every now and then will like look over and like see you like kind of like struggling a little bit here and there, and just kind of like wince as she like keeps like guiding the animals along. The trip is fairly smooth. Again, with your multiple steeds at this point, it doesn't take nearly as long as it would have if you were just using the caravan. You arrive at Tourmaline, and it is fairly lively. Oh, I need my party.
Oh my god, I know what I'm gonna do. I've comprehend languages. I'll just wait till midnight. And when she sings, I'll cast the spell. When she sings in Celestial.
Hey, that'll do it.
Because I can hear any language. I can understand any spoken language. Yeah.
You arrive at Tourmaline, and you notice right away that there is like the lake that you kind of see or had seen on the map earlier is filled with small fishing boats that are currently like fishermen are trying to like pull in some of those knucklehead trout. You are welcomed once again, but this time by like more lax guards. There's no like search of your caravan. They kind of recognize you instantly as a group, like a musical group, and they say, "Oh, finally arrived for the tournament." They look down at a list. Who should we say is arriving?
Gino Beat.
No,
Don't listen to him.
we've been through this.
What a fabulous funky five.
Fabulous Funky Five. Okay, right on, cool. Oris and Ezra are at the town hall, getting sign-ups done. I think you are probably one of the last bands that are expected to arrive. We see you're here with Cress's caravan. You have your sponsor with you, and Cress kind of like, hello, in her old woman form. He's like, I believe they are they're taking signups now. They're still getting things set up, so you can go at any time. If you go to the northwest, you will find the Blue Clam. It is just like a dockside tavern, where you'll find Vernon Bragg, who is one of the most famous chefs in Ten Town. If you're looking for a place to stay, or also even set up your caravan, you can set it up behind the East Side Inn to the east. That is run by Marta. It was run by her ailing father. Unfortunately, he is too unwell at this point to be able to run the inn himself. But she has been doing a great job. and makes some delicious knucklehead trout soup. If you need anything at all, the guards here have specifically been instructed by Speaker Oris to assist the musical groups or entertainment groups that come in here in any way that we possibly can. So if you have any questions, need guidance to any of the places around here, we are more than happy to help.
Where do I find arthritis cream?
He looks kind of confused. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what that is." There are shops inside the town hall. You may find an arthritis. Is that what you said? Arthritis cream. You may find it there.
Well, thank you. And I kind of just pat him on the helmet.
He's like, "Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, please feel free to enter. Welcome to Tourmaline."
Let's go have what I call Dino soup. Knucklehead soup.
You know, Soup, do you want to fight? I'm gonna tackle him.
I'm saying you're a knucklehead. Because this is my knuckle and this is your head. Then I punch him in the head.
As you guys start rolling around and fighting again, the guard looks like so confused.
It's best to just let it happen.
Yes, they do this all the time.
They need to get it out of their system.
Walking by into the streets, you see it is fairly well populated. There's people everywhere. You see that there's people like bringing in fish from the boats. Some of them are like preparing them to take them. You see that there's kind of like a small market where it seems like they'll sell prepped fish. You don't see any stands that sell anything else really, except for one stand that is selling things for the tournament. So like little minor magically enhanced microphones for like you remember those like kids microphones that were like plastic that you could yell into and they had like that echoey sound. Similar thing, but kind of like just like enhanced with just like slight minor enchantments to do the same thing. Like little like drum sets and stuff like that. A lot of like kids' toys, small shirts, things like with like kind of like 10 towns tournament or talent tournament on them with that branding. As you see that the city like it's really getting into high gear for this tournament. It's very colorful, and in spite of kind of like that cold, like eternal dark feel that you get from that Eternal Night from most places, even like Bryn Shander was kind of like, like here the vibe is completely different. Like it's like in festival mode.
Hey, yeah. Awesome. You go around plugging our band? You, hey, you, this is our band. We are, what are we? The funky, fresh, fabulous, funky Frappuccino.
As he says, I'll strike the pose in the air.
Jesus Christ.
Perhaps we should sign up just to make sure that, you know, the bureaucracy is sorted out.
Good idea.
Just, you know, peek into the town hall, tournament hall.
It's best
Make
to
sure
get
that's
us,
sorted.
and it's best to get us signed in as the right name before we end up as Gino Beat and the Funky Bunch by default.
Gino Beat.
Gino Beat. Just Gino Beat.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see him sneaking away and signing us up as that. Well, nobody's looking. So we should probably get signed up as the correct name.
Bold of you to assume I know how to write.
That That's
you don't need
fine.
to know how to write. The officials just need to write it in. You just have to speak it.
Oh, that's
And I'm not prepared
funny.
to take that chance.
That's
Reminds me of the interview
hilarious.
scene in Armageddon, where he's like, "You know what bothers me? It's like when people think Jethro Tull is just a member of the band."
Who is Jethro Tull?
So let's power walk to the tournament hall before Gino gets there.
They're pretty fast, those little bugs. You can't miss the tournament hall. The town hall itself was already very large compared to some of the other buildings in the area. But also right now it is decked out also in that like 10 Towns talent tournament branding. Like giant illusory music notes and like and like kind of like this like musical accoutrement. There are like trumpets like playing constantly. And you can see like there are like these like little like illusory like fireworks that are going off above it to kind of like bring attention to it. Like it's very like just like gaudy and like festival, like just like it is such a strange turn from the places that you've seen so far, for like how much they are like getting into this kind of festival vibe. Hold on one second here. Ezra face. Let's go to Town Hall Tournament Space. We need Ezra. What are you laughing at?
Oh, I don't know, just a pop culture placement on your map there on the north end, right in the middle.
Pop culture?
Well, I see Din Djarin and Din Grogu manning the weapons booth there. It looks like, or whatever that is on the top end.
Oh yeah. This is the way.
I would have been laughing if you were like, "Oh, that was totally unintentional."
No, I definitely made this map during Mandalorian times. A callback so good that I also forgot about it. Hi, Toki. Sorry, I gotta find Oris. So I forgot
MC
the
Ezra.
Yeah, you know, Master Commissioner Ezra.
I love the glasses.
Yeah, we'll show them off in just a second here. Hovered by anyone. There we go. That's fixed. So you walk into the tournament hall. First of all, it's huge. It looks like there are like two like little stages that you can see on the left and right, and then behind those stages are like stands, like stand seating. Looks like it can hold like a fair amount of people in here. There is also like kind of like a leisurely setup. You can see now that free library set up like with like a small little fireplace there as well. A couple of seats to sit down if you're just looking to like leisurely pass the time. The shops don't appear to be open yet, except for like the center one. Like the bar isn't open yet, and neither is the restaurant. It appears that behind the counter for the restaurant, you see there's a bunch of paperwork on the bar, and you see two figures. You see a well-dressed half-orc man, and you see a very peculiar-looking fire elemental, fire genasi. She's got that, like, her hair is blazing, but she still has this, like, this fan that she's fanning her face with. And it looks like there's, like, a bladed edge, if you look close enough, like this shiny bladed edge on the fan itself. She looks and she's like, "Oh, do we have some more contestants?"
Yes, we are.
Yes,
Everything's
fabulous
been known.
Funky Five.
I didn't catch that. Sorry, you were yelling over each other.
We are the furry
I
fabulous.
slap a hand on his mouth.
Gus has to make like a little firework as she's saying it.
Yeah.
Sparkles.
Fabulous Funky Five.
Oh, Fabulous Funky Five. Who is your sponsor?
Yes.
Cress the crowd.
Mistress
Crest.
Cassida.
Oh, old Crone Cress. Yes, I see here.
Hey,
She's
that's
already.
not right.
Sorry.
Isn't it right? Is that how her name is recorded? Old Crone Cressida? That is not polite.
I'm sorry. Did you say Cressida?
Yes, I said Cressida.
She looks with shock.
Her name was Cass.
She looks and says, "No, old Crone Cress's caravan is what we have here." Sorry, you know Cressida?
Old lady Cass.
No, we don't know her. Old Crow. Cress. That's it. I let go of the bug and I put a hand over the cat's mouth.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my right time gal.
I see. I understand, but just a slip of the tongue. Cress and Cressida
Yeah,
are
that's
so
clue
close.
who Cressida is.
Well, Cressida was a famous songstress from yesteryear, but we haven't heard her performing in, oh my, it's been at least a century now.
That's tragic. Maybe she's dead. I mean, a century is a
Probably.
long time
Yeah.
for most
Probably dead.
people. You know.
You watch as like this like magma like flaming tear comes down from her cheek, and she wipes it away, and she's like, "Oh, I miss Cressida. She's so fun at parties."
Must have been good if you're crying about her.
She pulls out some paperwork and slaps it in front of you. She's like, "Go ahead and sign the paperwork here. These are just waivers saying that if you die during the tournament, we are not responsible and hold no liability for your well-being."
Wait, killed?
If we die,
I'm already signing stuff. I'm like,
That seems fair.
What?
is there going to be a combat mosh pit or something?
How are we gonna die?
Were you not briefed on the rules?
Are we performing on the back of a dragon?
They say they give us money if we do things.
Let's get
What
off
the
on
bug
the
said.
right footing then.
The bug said we get to pay. We play the music, we get to pay. We get paid.
Yeah, and then we use money to get food. So we play, we get food.
Well,
TLDR.
Yeah.
thanks. I like to drink it.
Let's TLDR those rules a little bit.
Let's so the 10 Towns Talent Tournament is a combination of performance and combat. You will be facing off against
Bye.
other entertainment groups to show your skills both in performance and flair and the like, as well as your skills on the battlefield. your performance means a little bit more as far as points go compared to combat. We don't want you actively trying to kill anyone, but the potential is there. Our point system is as follows. For injuring an opponent, you will get 3 points. For downing an opponent, you will get 5 points. For every performance that you make, so any song, spell, particular performance that you try to do, it is judged based on how well you perform. There are bonus points awarded by the judges for creativity and flair. And you will notice that each tournament space has a gimmick, and they point out to like all the little nodes that you see, like these colorful nodes in front of you. The particular gimmick here is I guess what's the word for it? We referred to a wild mage, a sorcerer, like a wild magic sorcerer, for this particular setup. Each of these little panels has a variety of effects that they may be able to give off. I say so you can set them off in different ways. Each of them has a set kind of pattern of things that they will do, and each of the colors is different. So you will have to strategize and discover what boons and, I guess, what's the good word for it? Not curses.
Fuckeries.
Disadvantages.
Disadvantages. Afflictions is good. Boons or afflictions that may be caused by each of the nodes.
Sounds good. I shoved the papers back. I've signed everything.
She like takes it and like files it away. Very good, very good. But yes, this one is a wild magic challenge. Each tournament space will have different gimmicks that you can hopefully use to your advantage to take the lead. Each each part of the tournament, like each part of the competition, when you're up against somebody, lasts 5 rounds, and in that 5 rounds we will note down points for each of your actions and how you perform. Does everybody understand? Do you have any questions?
No, we beat up other musicians.
And just be better at it than they are. Yeah. See,
Oh, we will be.
he gets it. So yes, please sign your lives away. I mean, please sign these waivers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And since you're already here, we can probably just get started with the preliminary round. What do you think? Fabulous Funky 5. We've already got another band here. You can see that they're over there practicing, and you see over on the stage, you're hearing like this, like fucking like dark metal, fucking just and you see these guys here. You've got their guitarist, and they, like in Dwarven, like just like screaming into a microphone that's floating in front of his face. It's just like, you can't fucking hear or understand anything he's saying. Beside him is like this little goblin that is playing what appears to be a great sword with a like piano built into it, and is playing like this like guitar blade.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Up in the front here, you've got what appears to be like this half orc, that is like just like screaming at the top of his lungs and slamming his hand into this war drum. And beside him appears to be another dwarf that is, like, just blowing into this crazy, like, instrument, this tuba, with, like, a full skeleton on the front of it. And as he's blowing into it, the mouth is, like, chattering and, like, moving its mouth along to the other guy who is singing, as if it's singing along. And there appears to be, like, just kind of, like, da, 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 coming from its mouth. And it's like, looks like the Fabulous Funky Five, for the preliminary round, will be up against Scar Metal Hills. And as they point to the other stage for you guys to take your positions, that is where we're going to end session for tonight.
I flipped them off.
Fuck you!
I'll flip them up with all 4 of my hands as well.
There are so many wonderful, talented people here. They do things that you will be able to find in the description below if you're watching on the YouTube. And I think also somewhere on the Twitch, it's there in the description, links and stuff like that. Adam has your game. You have your game Monday, right? Land of the Lost Corsair.
Yes, sir.
And then on Wednesday, we've got more Tiny Punk 2077, which has been absolutely delightful. Thursday is Lost Mines of Phandelver over on Kirby's stream. And then Saturday, we are going to be back for the next episode of Season 2 of Cleaning Crew. So lots of tabletop fun. If you are wondering what the hell I'm talking about, you can catch all kinds of VODs over on my YouTube, youtube.com/badhairgaming. Other than that, does anybody else have anything to plug? Well, thanks to everybody who tuned in. Love every single one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, power to the players. Have a great night.